Chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Mr. Wayne Collins, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Glendora?
Oh, I think you're perfect the way you help the world, Wayne.
Well, thank you.
You're going to read us how much money we spent for whatever in January of 2021. First of all, how much came in?
Oh, came in $2,680. That's not including the $75 payments you had.
Oh, yes, no, for the rumor.
Yes, I didn't count that. This is for the checks that came in.
Oh, yeah, and I think it was $300 for the rumor, right?
Oh, that is probably right. I would have
Yeah.
to check back, but I did not add that in. I added it in as what your usual income would be.
Oh, yes, that's good. Thank you. Now, so go ahead. What's your first expense? What's your first expense?
Okay, the first expense was technical equipment, $645.
$645. Would you explain to people what the technical equipment is?
Yes, that would be like when you buy the SD cards. Or
Oh, yeah.
if you buy a CD player.
Yeah.
Or
a camcorder or something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
That type of thing. The Olympus, I have it down as Olympus that you buy.
That's right. So it was over $600 in January.
Yes, it was. Now you bought a computer, so that.
Oh, that would be $330 right there.
Yes. So that would account for that. And then your non-employee compensation was $552.
That's for people to come and help us?
Yes.
And for me to do their work over again, right?
But yes. And then office supply, $15, office supplies. And postage, $109. Telephone, $83. Gas, $10.
Gasoline, huh?
Yes. Cars, $0. One-time only business, $0. Office rent, $300. Medical, $885.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's you, Albany Med.
Dental, $0. Donations received, $25.
Rejoice about dental $0. That means no toothaches.
Yes. So donations received were $25. Electricity for business.
Now that's donations that Glendora gives others and gets a receipt for, right?
Right.
Okay.
Electricity for the business, $267.
Wow.
Museum, $50.
That's that bathroom heater, folks.
Yes, and
Museum what?
$50.
Mm-hmm.
That's the usual. Your total rent was $400. Your print was $0. Spectrum Internet was Internet Spectrum, $60.
Internet Spectrum 60?
Yes.
Are you sure, Wayne?
That's the figure I have.
Why was it?
Did that give Madeline?
Oh, that is not Spectrum, honey. That is Consolidated.
Oh, okay. That would go under what then?
If you would just erase Spectrum and write it Consolidated.
Oh, okay. Okay, then for bank fees, you had $0. Airtime, $0. Business, your total for business out was $3,100.
Wow.
And your personal expenses, which I'll itemize in just a moment, were $621.
Yeah.
So as a total, for January, you spent $3,622.
For business.
No, that's for everything.
And only $2,600 in. Wow.
Yes.
Well,
itemize your personal expenses.
I don't want you to think that's bad, folks. I intended that. I had this money that wasn't given to people for help because they didn't show up, and there was this money left over, and we don't like to have money left over. So I'm glad we spent so much, Wayne.
Oh, yes. I'll itemize your personal expenses here. They were groceries, $224, household, $73, laundry, $20, electricity for personal use, $133. Clothes would be $0. Your personal rent, of course, is $100. Health and beauty, HABA, $0. Gifts, $71.
Gifts. And those are not receipted, right? Those are just cash gifts. Okay.
Right. And then one-time only personal was $0. Now, you had a minus this month of $942, which you did anticipate that you would go over.
What did you say again, please? Minus?
Minus 942 for the month.
And then what did you say about it?
That you had intended to have a deficit this month.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yes, and what you spent for the vegetarian club, which is included under other items, is $94.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So that concludes the reading of your expenses for January.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Now, folks, what do you think of that? Let me know. Go.
This is a Bible passage that we've used this week. It's 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
For this is the love of God, to keep his commandments?
Yes.
And his commandments are not grievous.
Right.
Okay, let's sing our hymn. This is my commandment to you. You love one another as I have loved you. Our vocabularies get very tired, folks. And so every day Wayne and I try to freshen them up with looking at a word. What is the word today, Wayne?
The word today is ambidextrous, to be able to use both hands with equal ease. Very skillful or versatile.
I like it. Read it again, would you please?
Yes, ambidextrous, able to use both hands with equal ease. Very skillful or versatile.
I think you are very skillful and versatile the way you keep the books, dear.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Now, what are we going to do for jokes? Explain to the people the list that you had and we finished.
All right. The list that we finished was a journal I kept of the jokes from Glendora's commercials to help the animals. These would be the commercials she did over station WRGB.
Channel 6, yes, the 6:30 p.m. news that has been running. I think it was all of the year 2020, and some of it went into 2019, right?
That is correct, yes.
Yes. So we used up that list.
Yes, we did.
Now, you said you had another list tucked away somewhere?
Yes, this list is the jokes that you told on your program number 5,000. That was part of an anniversary program.
Oh, okay. And we can lift 5 jokes from that list?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Okay, these are some of your classic jokes. Natural death.
Did your dad die a natural death? No, he had a doctor.
Blanket crossed with electric toaster.
Why did the inventor cross an electric blanket, Wayne, with a toaster? Do you know why?
Yes, that was so people could pop out of bed in the morning.
Okay, very good, Wayne.
Now,
Next.
Another one. Teenagers know the value of a dollar.
They certainly do, folks. They know that some people say the teenager doesn't know the value of the dollar, but they do, and that's why they ask you for 20.
Maine farmer.
Oh, yeah. A Maine farmer liked to be alone. He kind of was a recluse. And all of a sudden, one Sunday, he was inundated with a pile of company, relatives. And they were all standing around the kitchen. That's where people visit in the state of Maine, in the kitchen. And one of them finally said, well, it seems there's not enough chairs. And the Maine farmer says, "Hey, plenty of chairs, just too much company."
Successful man.
Behind every successful man is what, Wayne?
Is a proud wife and a flabbergasted mother-in-law.
And the last one.
Another one, teaching in the old days.
Teaching in the old days, the teacher said was fun. Why, Wayne?
Why? Because the pupils used to bring you apples, but now they just drag you bananas.
Thank you, Wayne Collins, on February the 6th, Saturday, 2021.
You're welcome.
Folks, February 7th, 2021. What happened a year ago? Do you remember? Well, the night before, Glendora went to sleep in the sanctuary. She could see a little bit. She could see that the table sort of was there, and the walker was over here, and this was the hallway. She could sort of see. On the morning of February 7th, she woke up at 5 a.m., which is the time she's supposed to get up. And she took the walker and probed her way down across to the kitchen and down the hall and to the bathroom. And by the way, the lights were not on. The lights, it still was a pitch dark of night. Glendora doesn't have any night lights because she was brought up in the state of Maine during the Depression, and we couldn't afford to keep the lights on all night. So into the bathroom and turn the light on and wait for the eyes to adjust before the eyelids open. And when the eyelids open, where was the bathroom cabinet on the wall? It was all marshmallow white. It was as white as marshmallow. Where was the sink, the bathroom sink? It wasn't there. It was all marshmallow white. The counter was all marshmallow white. The eyesight had fled, just like that, overnight. Never to come back again the rest of that year, which ended last night. Is that ugly? Is that negative? Well, it might be if there were not so many positive sprouts from it. Patricia, Meals on Wheels, vegan, you bring every Tuesday and Saturday. Did we give up a Chat with Glendora TV show? You're right, Patricia, we didn't. We kept up 288 TV shows every 2-month period of this year. We just finished February and March for 2021. Did you give up advertiser telling people to go vegan and leave the animals alone and leave their body to thrive on good health and good immunity? Did we? No. Did we, Sandy? No, we didn't. Madeline, did we give up the museum? Well, we had pretty difficult time with the museum with the mice eating up everything, turning things into confetti. And with the mice droppings. But did we give up, Madeline? No. And Sandy, did you give up your Meals on Wheels every Wednesday and every Sunday? No, you didn't. Did we give up 30 telephone calls a day? Whom were you asking? Darlene. Darlene, Meals on Wheels, Monday and Thursday. Did we give up 30 telephone calls a day? No. So you see, it turns out to be a pretty interesting year, doesn't it? Did we give up telling jokes? Oh no. Wayne, did we give up telling jokes? No, he said. Wayne lives in Pittsfield, so he doesn't do Meals on Wheels for Glendora. Vegan. Wayne, did we give up the finances? No. No. We enter every expense into the diary by the day, and at the end of the month we put them all into the right columns. Groceries, car repair, technical equipment, non-employee compensation. Adding them up at the end of the month, adding them up at the end of the year? Nope. Adding them up for the lifetime, 1937 to 2020? No, we didn't give up. Did we give up the think folders every day? No, we stayed on top of the think folders every day. Everything that was listed in the think folder to be done, we did. Are you current? No, we're about 20, we're about 30 jobs behind. Sue gave up. Sue surrendered. That was too bad. And it was about the third or fourth time that she did give up on something. But this was final. We gave up with Amanda having the 1993 Lincoln, and it's a good thing we did that. They are both in the garage, and they are both running superbly. The 1980 with 300,000 miles on it, and the 1993 with 140,000 miles on it. The 1993 is a Lincoln Continental Mark VI. It's all three models. It was a luxury car that year. Four-door Mark. It was the first four-door Mark. And on and on. Did we give up the vegan commercials to help the animals on TV? Oh no. Oh no. They continued their run the first week of every month of the year. February 7th last to this February 7th today. We just finished a week. Go vegan. Know the peace. Know the health. Well, can you think of anything, folks, that we didn't give up? I think the only thing we gave up was putting pawns on the feet every night before going to bed and every morning before dressing. Why? Because it hurts so with the knee to bend over and reach the knee. I can't make it except for that last quarter inch. I can't make it. And it hurts. Okay, I guess that's enough of that. What are you going to do about the eyesight? Well, I still have hope, folks, that to me, error, what Christian Science calls error, and says is nothing and doesn't exist, to me, error is selfishness. And selfishness doesn't exist. It has no life of its own. It doesn't accomplish anything. And as soon as I realized that real life is just in loving and helping others, when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others? When I realize that, then it'll just disappear. What? Well, I'm hoping the blindness and I'm hoping the knee pain. That I could really realize that these things really don't have an existence. They all come from wrong thinking. So I'm hoping that when I realize that and know and live and exist a life of all God, one with God, all love, no bad thoughts, realizing that God is all goodness, keeping up the vegan, that when I realize those 5 or 6, 7 or 8 things, that this stuff will poof, will go away. That's what I hope. Whether it will or not.
The time is 9:40 a.m.
Do you have anything more to say about that, folks? Remember now, we're trying to use the pronoun we, and not you or I, or me. Did we give up veganism? No, we didn't, folks. Did we give up the Glendora Vegetarian Club? Oh no. An article in the Advertiser every week. Did we give up reading the email? No. And looking at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter every day? No. Did you give up uploading videos to same? No. Did we give up hoping to be healed by Christian Science? No. How much have you spent on that? $1,000. $700 to the first one, $200 to the second, and $180 to the third. Will you go to another one? I don't know. Did we give up saintly eating? No. What do you mean by saintly eating? I mean a regimen of saintly eating. In the morning, Triscuits, 3 ingredients, wheat, water, salt, and fruit juice, and a fresh fruit. At noontime, a sandwich on dark bread. Another drink of fruit juice, and another fresh fruit. And in the evening, an all-vegan entree. Hot vegetables, meat substitutes, maybe, not always. Did we give up telling a joke on every encounter? With very, very, very few exceptions? Oh no. No. Have you been through the joke list? Oh, ravenously. Newspaper reporter to the piano soloist, why did you choose to play Beethoven's 4th Piano Concerto? Well, that's what the orchestra was playing. What jokes are you going to tell the doctor on Tuesday, February 9th? There's nothing I can do for your disease. It's hereditary. Send the bill to my dad. You had a close call there. The only thing that really saved you was your strong constitution. Remember that, please, when you make out the bill. I have bad news and very bad news. What's the bad news? You have 2 days to live. What's the very bad news? I forgot to tell you yesterday. What was did the medical school have a cheerleading team at the football game? Yes. What was their cheer? Hypodermic, hypodermic. What's that mean? Stick it to them, stick it to them. I knew my son was going to grow up to be a doctor. How could you tell? He loves collecting old magazines. What time is your appointment, Glendora? 2 o'clock. And I'm going to leave at 1 o'clock from here to Albany to make sure I'm on time. Glendora, you don't think that for any reason the doctor will be on time, do you? A man waiting in the doctor's office, waiting and waiting and waiting. I was hoping the doctor could treat my disease in its early stages. Folks, 2 women were talking, and one said, "Did your dad die a natural death?" And she said, "No, he had a doctor." Why did the inventor cross an electric blanket with a toaster so people would pop out of bed in the morning? Folks, may the peace dwell in your heart and mind. Go vegan.